Okay. Hi, I'm Jimmy, and we watched Space Jam 2.
Here is Legacy. It's not called Space Jam 2.
He's right, it's not.
Already starting off with a problem. Here's the trailer!
Welcome to the space.
Welcome, King James.
Wow, that really sucked.
Okay, so we're here, the normal people here, Eric and all of us are here, and Kelly's here as well, who just want to establish that you're a huge fan of the original film, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, you wanted someone here who really loved the film, you saw it at the correct age when you're supposed to see Space Jam.
I was going to say, like, that's the way that I watched this movie was, it came out when I was 8 years old, so I pictured this movie as an 8-year-old would, in how they would perceive
Right.
the film.
I was a big fan of the Nike commercials, so I wanted it to be more like that, and the finished film of Space Jam is not quite like that.
Things seem bleak for our heroes. Wait, a giant pencil with an equally giant eraser. I smell trouble. I smell popcorn.
Get your
Is that better popcorn?
Get it while it's hot.
Get it better.
Is there a doctor in the house?
I'm a doctor.
What's up, Doc?
And what were people's thoughts of the film? Like, what are your thoughts generally of the original Space Jam? Probably should get that out of the way. We know Kelly's a fan, but are we fans of the original film?
I like the original. I think the original is a lot of fun.
I think the original was poorly written.
Like, so the movie's called Space Jam.
I knew Legacy.
The first one is set in space, right?
Yes.
Yes.
This one's not set in space. What?
Cyberspace.
No.
Was it?
Oh my God!
You win.
Alright. Good point.
Do you think they put that together?
No.
I think it was accident.
I think
Happy
that might be more clever than anything that's in
That is true.
of Space Jam.
That's definitely a lot more thinking than
Yeah,
was involved in this.
So yeah,
Everybody this entire time did a lot more thinking than we probably
probably
should
probably.
have.
That's what we do, though. We're thinkers.
Space Jam, I was just like at that age where I'm just like, this isn't like.
Same. I
Yeah.
you know, yeah,
Yeah.
I was at that age where I wasn't.
But I
that
saw
age.
it and I liked the source material.
But I always
like.
like watching Looney Tunes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And the Looney Tunes are what make this current movie as well.
Right, but in the first one, the tunes really didn't get
I think the tunes had higher stakes in the first one, though.
They were the only
They
ones that
did
it was
have higher
about.
stakes. They did have much higher stakes than the first one. And this one, there was really no.
Well,
This one
yeah,
is
'cause-
more LeBron stakes.
Yeah, the first-
LeBron
yeah, that's
stakes.
true.
There's
Yeah.
no. Well, the tunes would have been like
They would have gone to the.
they
I
would've
do
gone-
care more about the tunes than
Don
LeBron.
Don
I feel.
Cheadle would have got rid of all the tunes. Cheadle.
Don Cheadle.
Now you sound
Cheadle.
like
You should just let it ride.
Not.
Yeah, Cheatham.
Now you sound like
Yeah, just keep
like
saying that.
Rebel Wilson and all that. I'm just saying.
Okay, so let's talk about we see where we all are as far as the original Space Jam. Pretty
Hey, I
much.
even have it Cheadle on my notes. I just that was a misspeak.
How do you spell that?
I told you I spelled it like about
Different every
17. Every time I wrote it, I spelled it different. So that's fine.
Makes us chilled.
It
Don
says
chilled.
Cheadle.
So Derek, tell us what happens in Space Jam 2. Not a lot, but
Not a lot. Yeah.
We'll go through we won't take a lot of time, but let's go.
Yeah,
through
so
the plot.
basically it starts out with LeBron James as a kid. He's playing Game Boy, has a Bugs Bunny game. that
Crazy
he's playing.
Castle?
Yep.
Yeah, Crazy Castle. Which
Crazy
I
Castle.
noticed that the game cartridge in the Game Boy was not actually Crazy Castle. But on the Game Boy itself, it showed Crazy Castle when it went to the other screen.
Yeah.
But when it showed the back of the Game Boy, the back cartridge that was in there originally, it was not Crazy Castle.
LeBron's brought up with that fundamentals are key to basketball and that the way to win is to always be in the game.
He takes the word fun out of fundamentals.
Exactly.
Yes.
So is that setting up
Yes.
something for the third act
Yes.
and a character motivation and
Yes.
change at the end?
Yes, exactly.
All right.
So fast forward some years.
Yeah.
Yep. It goes. The opening credits are just a bunch of highlights of LeBron James.
And so far we're lining up Space Jam 2 with Space Jam 1. Like it's the same.
Stand there,
It
the,
opens up with Michael
see
Jordan's
the basketball
backstory.
players.
It opens up with a very similar montage.
According
so-
to our fan Kelly, she said that the original Space Jam starts out the exact same way.
It does. It starts out the exact same way.
Mhm.
yeah. And then we cut.
But it's about to diverge big time.
yes.
LeBron's a dick of a father,
Very much
basically,
so.
in this
Very
movie.
much
That's
so.
kind of what
Yeah.
I'm getting from this.
Yeah.
He builds. But yes, he starts.
He does.
Yeah.
Well, it's very Hook. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it
the
is.
same
It
kind
is.
of. I keep
Very
thinking about Hook as we
Extremely
were
hookish.
watching.
Yeah.
After all that, it kind of cuts to Warner Brothers parking lot or the tower, not the parking lot. And we're introduced to
Sarah Silverman.
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle
Oh,
as his AI character. Or,
No, you
he's
can't
not
do
an AI.
that word.
Not AI.
Algae Rhythm.
If it was
He's an
If
algorithm.
it was AI, it would have made much more sense.
Yes,
And
this was
fast forward 50 minutes.
for us. This was a big harping point because he was acting more like an AI.
Well, I believe it's the
algorithm.
algorithm
It was.
turned into a sentient being,
But that doesn't
making it
That
an
doesn't-
artificial intelligence.
That doesn't make sense.
doesn't make sense.
It's Space Jam.
Classic.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's okay to have
Yeah, it's hot.
the character has called an algorithm.
Algae
But don't
Rhythm.
say algorithm in that scene 6, 7, 8, 9 times. I couldn't even count how many times.
More than that.
It was
they
a lot.
said it a
But
lot.
that was a cat of a pet.
There was no reason. No reason for this.
Let's just say that the plot from the first one is not very good, the way it's set up with the Swack Hammer and the aliens and whatever. This one is equally not. It's like a weekend was put together to figure out how to get everything together.
To me, it felt like it was a movie that they made strictly during the pandemic, even though I know they
it
didn't.
does have that
Because
yeah.
they're like, okay,
That is
how
true.
can we shoot with the pandemic? Put
Yes,
everybody in
yes.
front of a green screen. How can
Yeah.
we make the people in the stands exciting? Let's go with our IP.
Yeah,
Yes, it's just
I
like-
honestly
Yeah.
I agree with that. Like
Yeah.
they honestly probably half these people
It
weren't in
felt
the same
closed in.
room.
It
I don't
felt
think
very
it was.
closed in.
They
Yeah.
weren't in the same room with each other.
Oh, yeah.
The original, like in the first act, we've got a scene in the golf. We've got in big stadiums. There's a lot more going on. This is all
Yeah.
kind of closed in, especially when you get to the
And
third act.
Also, in
and
the first one, Patrick Ewing talks about not being an adequate lover. If I remember during therapy,
Yes, he does.
it's a children's movie.
Yes, he does.
Sarah Silverman's also in this children's movie.
I found a way to make gross again. It's so simple. All you have to do is like puff out your cheeks when you say it, like see.
One thing I do want to note is that LeBron James does not have any facial expressions at all.
Not really. Not really.
Like he cannot make any type of.
If he smiles, it's really, really
It was
weird.
scary. It was scary
When he
smiled.
pretended to cry as he hugged
That
his
was the
son.
scariest thing.
Yeah,
it was so weird.
Not as scary as
If
him
you're an
becoming
8-year-old
Don Cheadle, but you know,
Yeah.
it
Compared
was
to
pretty
Don,
close.
compared
That
to
was
Don
scary.
Cheadle,
Yeah.
who's a fantastic actor.
Yeah. So Kelly, if you were to put yourself as an 8-year-old in
Yes.
this watching this movie, and LeBron smiled, how would you feel?
See, I was trying to like grasp that whole thing just in general. Like, why did they put all of that stuff in it? The emotions in the relationship. But I guess like if you're watching this as an 8-year-old, you might be going through the same thing. If you're a basketball player,
And
maybe you
and your
have the
father's
dad
LeBron
that's really
James.
strict on you as well, so they can make a connection within that as well. Again, I feel like it was geared towards a very target
Well,
audience.
Yeah, and that's
but
why it doesn't really work.
one that
I
would
think, for-
appreciate
for
it.
us,
I would
yeah,
have appreciated it as an 8-year-old.
The movie is for children, LeBron James fans, NBA fans, and a lot of us don't fit any of those demographics.
And if you were a fan of the first one, there's
Yeah.
some.
Well, that's
some
I got
references.
my enjoyment because I was
Yes.
a fan of the first one.
Mhm.
I was a big basketball fan at that time. I'm not anymore. I had to look up the names of all the basketball players in this movie.
Yeah.
By the way, Anthony Davis, Draymond
Well-
Green, Damian Lillard, Klay Thompson, Nika Amuka, Aguamike, Diana Taurasi, and Aja Wilson.
So then when LeBron goes to Toontown, he is turned to a cartoon. He falls and his impact makes a Nike check.
Swoosh.
Wah, wah.
Swoosh.
The swoosh.
Yeah, that was kind of bad.
Yeah.
Wait, I did have a question. It's just like I know from the first they knew who Michael Jordan was, but I'm just like, how do the Looney Tunes know who LeBron James is? Like, are they just
Well,
watching
they made
basketball?
the TNT connection is the only thing that they did.
Okay.
I was okay with it because of the TNT connection.
That was-
Otherwise, I'm like, these characters do not sit down
They
and
do
watch
not-
basketball.
yes,
Like,
no,
yes.
all
Not
they
at
do
all.
all day long is try to kill each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, there's no time for all that. But the first movie does the same thing, where it's like
Yeah,
Bugs
it's-
Bunny knows Michael
yeah.
Jordan.
They know
It's
each
just
other.
like,
Mhm.
doesn't work for me, but I get
Doesn't
it. It's a
work for
movie.
me
It's
either.
fine.
Doesn't work for me.
I
And also, you're about to talk about something that I want to talk about.
Bugs Bunny's voice?
No.
Or-
No, Bugs Bunny has an emotional arc.
Oh God.
He does.
Bugs Bunny
yeah,
should
that makes
never
sense.
have an emotional arc.
Never.
He's a narcissist and a sociopath.
Yeah.
Th-
That's
no,
his character.
don't do an emotional thing with Bugs Bunny. You
Oh.
could have done that. Maybe with Daffy, you could do something.
Yeah, Daffy.
He's a
Daffy's
jerk.
fine.
He's a jerk, and he can learn a lesson.
Yeah.
Bugs doesn't need
Correct.
to learn lessons.
Yeah.
Bugs is Bugs. He's like meh the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that part is a little weird.
I-
for me. But I get it. It's a movie. I don't mind the emotional stuff. It's different from the first one.
But I
don't
just-
do that with Bugs Bunny.
Yeah,
It's
just
weird.
it wasn't Bugs Bunny's character, but I
Use
found
Lola. I mean, you're using Lola.
Oh, you because you should have used Lola
Yeah.
because they
She already said that too about the son.
Yeah.
Like that's the only
Yeah.
reason why she.
yeah, she's the emotional character.
Yeah,
She should have been the one that.
That took
Right.
the step back. That did the
Right.
yes.
I found that Bugs Bunny's the person voicing Bugs. I found his voice a little jarring.
I
but,
think it's the
but
dialogue.
maybe it's because he was
dialogue.
saying stuff Bugs doesn't say.
Yeah.
Right.
Bugs should just say, "Hey, how you doing that?" You know, he shouldn't be like he's talking about plot.
Yeah, he's
Like,
talking
Bugs isn't talking
plot,
about the
and,
plot.
No.
and maybe that's why I found it.
I think that's
jarring.
what it is. It's just Bugs Bunny wouldn't say that.
And Bugs Bunny wouldn't give a LeBron in this.
No, he wouldn't. I mean,
He
this is
wouldn't.
Bugs Bunny, but you know,
Bugs is like, what? If you don't win this, you and your son don't leave.
he'd be like, whatever. I'm a, you know,
Yeah.
you know.
So
So long, Screwy. See you in St. Louis.
We,
you know?
yeah.
It wouldn't be anything.
it
I'm
kind
saying there's no Albuquerque reference either.
Yeah, there's no
There's no
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Yeah, never.
of
Wait, was Bugs ever dressed as a woman?
No.
Not
no,
on here.
No.
no, not at
That's
all.
problematic now.
He was not.
That's it.
Yeah.
I get it.
That's why we don't have
Uh,
Pepe Le Pew, and also why Lola Bunny is no longer Lady.
I'm fine with that. I don't.
She doesn't have boobs.
She doesn't need to be like.
I was
like-
never a fan of Lola
She's
Bunny.
not a mammal,
so-
right?
Yeah, I was not a. I'm not a. Yeah, they don't need to do that.
The first movie
What are bunnies?
literally says.
Rabbits?
They are mammals.
Rabbits are mammals.
They lactate.
No, yes, rabbits are mammals.
So why did they leave Bugs Bunny? I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
They
know this.
mentioned
Bugs
that.
Bunny wouldn't
there was
go.
a whole scene with that. Yeah.
I remember that, but I couldn't-
Don Cheadle made them leave.
Yeah.
John
to,
Cheadle made them leave Bugs
yeah.
Bunny.
Yeah, well, he was making them all leave, but Bugs didn't get on the ship.
Right. I just don't understand why.
I
Don
don't.
Cheadle
I don't
couldn't
know.
be
Why.
I needed more because that's
Did
because
he make him leave, or did
Yeah,
he,
he
like,
made them
coerce
leave.
Because
yeah,
that
he
part-
coerced
He
them to
coerced him
leave.
to leave.
see that's why it's weird because Bugs
Yeah.
was saying all that dialogue, but doing it in an emotional way that you're
Yeah.
like, that's not Bugs.
That's
What-
not
Yeah, I
it's
couldn't
not Bugs.
follow
That's
it.
why it's weird. I
But
couldn't.
they're a
I was
big
like,
family now, apparently.
no,
That's what he says.
No, no,
He dropped
no,
the dog
no,
family meme.
This is why I
That's his marriage meme.
I got a family.
No. The
That's-
guns and cannons. So just these people don't want to be together. They wanted to kill each
They
other.
did. Yeah.
That was why I couldn't follow that dialogue about
Yeah,
why.
it's-
I was like, why is Bugs Bunny saying
Because
this?
he lives his life 1/4 mile at a time.
Yeah,
I could see Bugs, but it's just like that's why it was weird.
He also
And
became
I
an
think
alcoholic
too-
after everyone
Well, they
left,
all
too.
like,
Drinking a lot of carrot juice.
but that would not
Yeah.
work for what they do for kids now. They don't want to give that type of message. So yes, it pisses off adults, and when we're fans of Bugs Bunny and who he is. But as a kid, they want to give that positive message, and that it is a character that they're learning a lesson from it.
Do it with the Muppets.
yeah.
Because that works with the
It works
Muppets
with
because
Muppets.
they're all
Doesn't
about,
work with Bugs
it doesn't
Bunny.
work with the
Yeah.
Looney Tunes. I kept thinking about this is a Muppet movie
Yeah,
where they have
Yeah,
to go
they
back
all
and
had to
yeah, because they
fund
always do
everybody,
that.
just like a
Doesn't
Muppet
work
movie.
when the characters are these
No.
emotionless, like because we're going to kill each other. So that part doesn't.
Yeah, it's just
it
Looney-
doesn't. It doesn't work for me. But they didn't go full bore.
Why
It's
you
not
thought
like
Otis
we're
was
emotional
trying
or
to kill
anything.
Roadrunner?
Yeah.
Sylvester was trying to kill Tweety.
But the
Right.
references were fine, and it was cute
Yeah,
enough.
it was fun, but
It was cute enough. Yeah,
just let the tunes be tunes.
Right. Exactly.
but you know, I get it. At least Bugs Bunny is on my movie theater screen, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Well, then after
Yeah.
after that, they go back to the Looney Tune planet, and
Like,
I think it's called Looney Tunes.
I could go on and on about
Toontown.
this stuff.
Toontown.
Yeah.
It's called the WB store.
well, it was still a
Pretty
planet.
much.
In the original, the Looney Tunes live underground,
Yeah, but on they live on a planet.
but
now.
here they
They're
live
a
on
family now.
a planet. But there's a Game of Thrones. I actually like this better. I don't understand why Looney Tunes live underground when with Michael Jordan getting pulled in the golf.
Right.
And I understand all that. It was weird to me, and I don't like it. This is inane, but it's better.
Yeah.
It's better than the first one. So.
They're both
Um,
pieces of.
Well,
Billy
they
really
are,
hates
but I
Big
mean,
Sham.
I
yeah.
do not. I
Yeah.
don't like either one of them.
then
I'm fine with it.
now we kind of start the third act. The court
It's all the game.
falls out. The rest of it is just the game, And
Really, it's
there's not a whole lot to talk about the game.
It's the mind game between Don Cheadle, the son, getting the son away from LeBron. That's kind of what the whole third act kind of is. Go ahead, Brandon. Oh, Brandon, tell us the way.
Yeah, tell us.
So many friends at the end of the movie.
Tell us all
Let's see
this.
my friends.
Oh man.
All right.
Let's see if I'm going to not be lazy and
Can
just
you
put
do this in
everyone
a
on the
song?
screen as you say it. Spoiler: I'm going to be lazy.
The
I'm gonna be
Wicked
lazy.
Witch of the West from Wizard of Oz, Yakko, Wacko, and Dot, Yogi Bear, The Mask, Penelope Pitstop, Peter Potamus, Adam West Batman, Danny DeVito Penguin, Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze, The Joker, Superman, the Bruce Timm version, Casablanca, Mad Max Fury Road, Matrix, The Maltese Falcon, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, Rick and Morty, Wonder Woman, The Barber of Seville, Rabbit Fire, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, Justice League's versions of Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman, Alice in Wonderland, Captain Caveman, the Droogs of Clockwork Orange. Didn't they do like rape and like a
They sure did.
Yeah,
Did they?
And they were flat
Concrete
out
Cop.
wearing
They did not take
the
him.
outfits
They did not.
and the
Yeah,
cock pieces
The
and stuff like that.
None from the
Yeah.
Devils, which I believe was an erotic thriller. I think it was. Really.
Probably.
Dick Dastardly and Muttley.
Yeah.
Flintstones, Godfather, Gremlins, Harry Potter, The Herculoid, Iron Giant, Pennywise from It, which is Kelly's favorite,
Yes.
Jabberjaw, The Jetsons, King Kong, Magilla Gorilla, The Nerdlux, I don't even know who that is,
Oh,
Scooby-Doo.
those are those little characters from the first movie.
Yeah.
They're called the Nerdlux. They become the monster.
They become the monsters.
Okay.
I have no life. Go ahead.
Space Ghost, and last but not least, Thundercats.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw Chitara up there looking fine.
You do.
You showed up with a Chitara at a party of mine once.
I know. I just
I was like
Yeah.
19.
can't
And
use
you
any
were-
of this. Not interesting at all. But
Yeah.
I just talked to her.
You do. Yeah. Katie Muncie moved
kinda
next
play-
door to her.
That kind of played out like a drive-in total.
Can't use none of that either.
We should talk about the special cameo.
Now, who is the special cameo, Brandon?
So, they do a setup for one Michael Jordan. They start playing the song, and then they introduce him, and it's none other than Michael B. Jordan.
I called
Yes,
it.
the star of
Called it.
2015's Fantastic Four that we all loved, Michael B. Jordan, who also
Yeah, he
gave
was
us a
a-
Friday Night Lights reference, which is where he kind of started out on, so I thought that was kind of fun.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Then
Yeah.
Parenthood.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a sports show, Jimmy.
But
I know what that is.
And he switches
The-
teams, which I'm not sure that's
the-
legal.
Yeah.
Here we get the turnaround. LeBron learns a lesson that
Yep.
you can have fun and win.
Which, by the way, LeBron looking like he has fun is some of the
Frightening.
worst acting there is.
It's
pretty
bad.
bad.
LeBron
And
James
he's like,
really.
And that really shocked me because he
people-
really does do like a lot of good charity work. He plays
he
basketball with kids. Like, he does all
he's
of these
really
things,
great at
so
train
it's
wreck.
like,
I think he's
Right.
just.
and you're a dad, so why can't you just be
No, I think
normal
it's-
around a kid?
I think I don't know if they were there. I think they're all green screen.
I
I think
Probably
maybe
maybe
green
that's
screen
it.
studio.
And he
That's
didn't
it.
know how to act
Yes.
with a green. He didn't have
Without
anybody
anybody
to.
there.
It's weird.
That would make
Yeah,
more
it's
to
weird.
sense.
interact with.
Yeah.
That would make more
And
sense.
nobody
I was like, they
forgot
always
that.
talk about like Mark Zuckerberg like not having any facial features or
And maybe
emotion.
LeBron James doesn't.
And they're
Like,
robots.
maybe he is like that.
I think LeBron James is in that category as
Yeah.
well.
But there is a part in the first Space Jam where the camera does a zoom on Michael Jordan while he's laughing.
Oh, that big smile.
horrifying
Yeah.
thing it is,
Please
yeah.
insert this here.
Oh, that's right. I'm going to insert it here. All right, we're packed. That was
That was-
really weird.
wasn't that
That's a good
funny?
suggestion, man.
That was creepy.
That was scary.
Then LeBron gives a heartfelt speech, and they win.
I do like that there is that LeBron gets to do some emotional stuff because
Sorry.
does Michael Jordan have an arc in the first film?
Because he
Yeah.
quit basketball for his father, who was murdered, but they don't go into that.
So it's
So he goes
But
to
in real
baseball.
life, that's
it's kind
what
of
he
it's
did.
kind of meta though, isn't it?
Yeah, the first one's a meta, which I think
Yeah.
is kind of cool.
Yeah, I think that's cool
And
because
this
that's
one
why he
is-
went back
this
to
one-
basketball.
This one, we're involving the kids, who's not LeBron's actual kids,
Right.
for the record.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's a totally
Yeah.
made up arc where the original one was kind of like filling in some blanks of like things, what people wanted to know. Why did Michael Jordan come back to
Yeah.
basketball? He came back because the tunes got him
Because
back
he played
in
basketball
love
with
it.
Bugs Bunny and Daffy. But I always thought that was kind of clever. I got that even then as a kid. I
Yeah,
didn't really
yeah,
think about it
yeah.
anyway. But I dug that.
Right.
But at least this new movie has some kind of emotional arc for the lead character.
It's a little forced, but yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a little forced,
it is
but I
forced,
appreciate
yeah.
that they
Really.
movied it. Like it's a movie.
So at the end of the movie, Bugs Bunny does the glitch move to sacrifice himself so that they can.
They kill Bugs Bunny.
This is Jimmy's favorite
Yeah.
part of the film.
They
by the way.
kill
Favorite
Bugs
part of
Bunny.
the film.
Bugs Bunny dies.
But like you'll get to it.
Yeah.
But like I said before, Derek said a glitch move. Like I talked about at the beginning of the video,
That's a glitch move.
the kid thinks that
Glitch move.
the kid thinks whoever does a glitch move will die, and they'll just glitch out and die.
And they set that up.
And they set
They
that
set-
up. But
yeah.
when the character who does it, which is Bugs Bunny, does the glitch move, then all the other characters outside of the regular tune start glitching out too.
Yeah, everybody it glitches the game.
And there's
It
no
does,
reason for this.
but it does glitch the game in the beginning too.
But the only reason the glitches game begins, and Kelly agrees with me on this one when I told her, is because of algorithm. Algorithm.
You signed out off on this.
It wasn't even that great a death scene.
It
Like, Bugs
wasn't.
Bunny
It
should have
wasn't.
like the
It
rope.
wasn't.
We should
He
be
didn't even have a theatrical
tearing up.
breath of like,
No,
Oh
he
yeah,
didn't,
the
you know.
rose popping
like
out.
Like the and then the and when the edit, you know, like he keeps coming back. They
he didn't do any of that. They didn't do any gags. He
No
just
guys.
dies.
He just,
He dies and then goes to heaven.
and then he's like, "That's all, folks."
Oh yeah, he says that's all.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. I want to bring something else up real quick.
Music?
Music. So the
Soundtrack?
original Space Jam has an iconic soundtrack that we listen to this day. Come on and jam, and welcome to the slam, or something like that.
High, hit him high, hit him high, hit him
You
high.
got fly like an eagle to the sea,
And you got
and
Coolio, Winner, which is one of the top tracks.
And you
what
have-
gonna do?
I Believe I Can Fly by the guy that pees on children.
Maybe R. Kelly did urinate on this woman, but America urinated on R. Kelly.
All right, Billy, what did you think of the movie?
Let's
Let's go on down
Let's
the.
start with me.
Yes.
I thought it was. That was. I really did.
and Derek.
Well, I'm not done. I mean,
I know.
It's really hot in here, Billy.
I didn't enjoy it, but again, I'm not really the key audience for this. I don't really like sports,
Not a
and
6-year-old child.
I'm not a kid. I didn't, and I never really. I watched the first one maybe a long time ago. I don't even remember when. So I don't really remember that much about it. There is a bare bone plot, but I agree with Billy. It's poorly written. LeBron James has no facial expressions, and yeah.
I'm kind of confused at the target audience. I know it's supposed to be for kids, but as a kid, I don't think this would have been an enjoyable movie. So they failed there, and they try to do with what all the Pixar movies do, where they try to like engage the adults that are going to be taking their kids to watch this movie,
Right, yeah.
and they didn't seem to figure out how to do that.
Kind of failed on that part.
I feel like the only thing they did for the adults was, let's throw in all of these movie references that adults would remember. Well, kids aren't going to get those.
A lot of adults aren't going to get them either because a lot of
Right.
adults are not.
Correct.
So,
Captain Caveman was
Yeah.
in there.
A
Come on.
lot of adults going to watch this are just watching because they're basketball stars and LeBron James.
Yeah.
yeah, all the references, they didn't add anything to the film. There was
That's
no
true.
extra enjoyment to it. So it's a lose-lose for the target audience, which was the kids,
Yeah.
and it did not help out the adults at all. This movie failed everybody. Well, I loved it.
get
It
the
was
Except
great.
for me. I am the target audience,
Brandon?
I guess.
I thought it was okay. It's not great, but it's Space Jam. It's not going to be award-winning material.
Could be.
I'm not part of the target audience, which I think is younger kids and NBA basketball fans. There's no soundtrack, which really that kind of bothered me. They could have just played like a Post Malone song in the background. I wouldn't even notice it because I just feel like the soundtrack should be a lot more involved
Mhm.
this time around, just like the first time. But I guess it's different times. I get it.
So I am maybe the one and only that really enjoyed the movie. But I think it was what I think it was intended to just be a fun movie. And I know we like to break movies apart and we like to talk about them, and it's fun to do that. But it's also fun to sometimes just enjoy a movie.
Turn your brain
Turn
off.
your brain off, enjoy it. I actually do think that if I was a kid now, I think I would enjoy it. There was enough for me to like reference to, but I'm also a LeBron James fan. So it's, for me, it worked. It was exactly what I expected. Wasn't anything more. Wasn't anything fantastic. Am I going to watch it again? Probably, with my son. But
Would you watch it by yourself?
Would I watch it by myself? No. Would I like tell people you've got to go see it, you've got to watch this? Probably not, because I think that most people are going to be like everyone else.
Right.
There are a few that I feel like do enjoy the movie like me and just had fun with it, and it was, just that fun film.
And Jimmy, final thought.
My final thoughts on this is pretty much what pretty much what I expected. I don't hate the first movie. I just feel it's lazy, and I feel this one is also, it's lazy in a different way. There's a lot of techno babble that doesn't feel appropriate to me in this kind of movie. It's not really what I'm into. But and I guess I could sit here and go on and on about Bugs Bunny wouldn't do that, but like I'm not really going to do that. It's not really meant for me. Like I said earlier, I'm just glad that these characters are being watched by young people, and they'll know who Bugs Bunny is and Daffy Duck is and love them hopefully just as much as I do as they get older. So this is for them, and I hope those characters live on, because if they don't, I will jump off a roof and hold up a little sign that says "Yipe."
Yeah. Now, before we leave, Jimmy, you have a big question for everybody here.
Yeah, let's put together your squad.
Your starting lineup.
Pick your characters, and let's see what your squad is from anything. You pick characters from anything. Doesn't have to be one.
So 5 players.
I'm ready.
Go for it.
All right. So I got Jim Carrey from The Cable Guy.
We use real people. Shit.
Well, I'm using his Cable Guy character.
Not just Jim Carrey.
Not just Jim Carrey. His Cable Guy character.
Right.
Doslam from Street Fighter. He has those stretchy arms so he could dunk real well.
Yeah.
John Lithgow for his height. The Juggernaut from Marvel. He'll be a good center, block everything. And then Kramer.
I'm going to start with a replacement for LeBron James. Honestly, I kind of wish they would have cast for my point guard, Utah Jazz's Donovan Mitchell. I really think that would have been a good pro player to actually have cast in this movie. Maybe if the filming started a year later, as his popularity grew a little bit more, I think there could have been an opportunity for that. But Donovan Mitchell's my point guard. My center is Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen.
That's a good one.
My shooting guard is Ron Weasley from Harry Potter after he takes the potion of luck.
He knows the positions.
Yeah.
I don't know basketball.
My point
I know
forward,
center.
my power forward's going to be Raphael from Teenage Mutant
No,
Ninja Turtle
Juggernaut.
because he's got the attitude.
Center.
That's a good one.
And my small forward is going to be Major William Cage from Edge of Tomorrow. He is our
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
She hates Tom Cruise.
He's kind of our safety card, because even if we lost the game, we're just going to kill him and start it right back over. And he'll kind of just keep doing this game over and over and over again until he wins. So that's my team.
Mine is Superman, which I thought was weird that they didn't get him for the...
Yeah.
That's one thing I thought was weird about the movie. They have all these IPs. Why didn't they get any of them to play the game?
But you need it on
I think that would have been a fun.
Yeah. Tunes in there.
But anyway, Superman, Air Bud, T-1000, Will from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Teen Wolf.
Oh,
we need a Teen Wolf.
Team will actually play basketball.
Team Wolf actually
We
play
need
basketball.
a Teen Wolf.
Air Bud did too.
Yep. What about you, Kelly?
No, I did not do this. I apologize. I was watching the movie. I didn't make it. I could have put that maybe more thought into it, but I really didn't.
That's where you messed up. You actually were watching the
I
movie.
actually watched the movie, and I enjoyed it.
Which turtle was it that was the basketball player in the original
It
Mattel
was
lineup?
Michael.
Donatello.
I
Was
thought it was
Donatello?
Donatello. Yeah, I thought it was Donatello.
This figure.
Yep. Well, Donatello. I'm going to go with April O'Neil.
Reference.
Yeah, April O'Neil and Donatello. Banjo Kazooie.
Why?
Why not? I will go with Dracula.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one more.
And my final one, I will go with Grimace.
All right, Jimmy, you finish it up.
Okay, I just pulled a few random movies because I didn't think of anything because I was trying to think of that boat pun the entire movie. So I'm just going to name off some movies I pulled. I would pick Godzilla. I would say Arnold Schwarzenegger as Jack Slater. I would pick Norman Bates. I would pick Bambi's mom.
Too soon.
I just grabbed things randomly. And also,
and your final player.
And final would be Michael Jackson at the end of Michael Jackson at the end of Moonwalker when he changes into a giant robot.
Right.
I was going to say that's all, folks.
Yeah, that's all, folks.
Okay.
Go for it. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
All right, air conditioning on. All right, we can cut right
Yeah.